Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the updates to the current travel restrictions here in Greece. So I wanted to come on here and give you an update to that. Not a ton has changed. The country list is pretty much the same. We do have different restrictions here in Greece though, so I'm going to talk about that as well. I hope that this is helpful for you guys. I'm going to keep doing these updates, so if you're not subscribed already and you want to get these updates, make sure that you're subscribed. And of course, as soon as we know that we can all come to Greece, I will come on and probably have a big celebration video. So who can come to Greece? Right now, the people that can come to Greece are anyone in the EU or the Schengen Agreement. That has pretty much been the standard the entire time that this has been going on. The thing that does change is the list of countries that are allowed. Right now, that list consists of the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, Thailand, the UAE, Russia, and Israel. Some countries that were on that list in February have been taken off. But no matter where you're coming from, you do have to present a negative PCR test that has to have been taken in the last 72 hours. You also have to have a passenger locator form, and I'm going to link to that down in the description box below, as I will also link to the website where all of this information is listed in English. There is a Greek site, but it's completely in Greek, so I won't link to that one. The other rules are that you have to self-isolate for 7 days once you arrive in Greece. And if you're arriving from the UK and the UAE, you are subject to getting a rapid test on arrival. When I came back in December, my flight, I transited through the UK, so I had to have this rapid test when I landed. It was fine. I'll link to that video in case you want to see it. If you're arriving from the UK though, you have to have another negative PCR test done at the end of the 7-day self-isolation. I don't really know though how they're tracking that. And then obviously if you are positive, I'm not sure how they're handling that. I haven't heard of it happening yet, so it may not be such a big deal. And I'm assuming that if you've tested negative twice, that hopefully you're not gonna test positive at the end of that 7-day quarantine. Anyway, so that's kind of it for the travel restrictions here. Now, in Greece, there really isn't any reason to come unless you're coming to visit family, you have a medical reason, or you're coming for business, because nothing is open. Like literally, the only things that are open are the supermarkets and the pharmacies, hospitals, obviously, and bakeries, and that's it. Restaurants are only allowed for takeaway and delivery. And some of those restaurants aren't even open, or they're not doing takeaway, they're only doing delivery, just to keep costs down. Now, depending on where you are in Greece right now, there are different restrictions. So we're in a red or deep red. We don't even have yellow anymore. So here in Athens, we're in deep red, and that means during the week we have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. and on the weekends from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Now, that's only applicable in the deep red zones where you're in a metropolitan area like Athens and Thessaloniki. The other deep red zones, my understanding is that their curfew during the week is 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. If you're just in a red zone, then it's 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Obviously, this is super confusing, so I'm not going to go over too many more of the restrictions because it's a really long list of things. So I'm going to link to someone's blog post. They've been doing a really great job during this whole thing about keeping us updated on the very specific restrictions. So if you're coming to an area that's not Athens, I suggest that you go look at that so you know what to expect when you get here. We still have to send a text message when we leave our house, so that hasn't changed any. So I don't know for sure when we're going to be fully open. What I have read online is that they would really like to welcome vaccinated tourists from the UK by May without any restrictions like quarantine. So I'm assuming that if they're going to let British people come who are vaccinated without quarantine, that other countries would also be allowed. But they haven't said anything about that, so I'm not 100% sure. So, exciting news. Today, they announced that they're hoping to welcome tourists who have either had a vaccination or test negative by May 14th. This is the first time that Greece has laid out any kind of plans for opening tourism to everyone and not just specific groups of people. Obviously, we have to see how the next couple of weeks go, but I'm feeling pretty confident about this because I know that they are trying to vaccinate all of the people on the small islands and also people who work in the tourism industry. The article that I read said that there will be random testing on arrival, but there will be no requirement for quarantine if your test is negative or you've been vaccinated, and if they do a rapid test on you and it comes back negative. So good news, and I have some hope now for the summer. Greek summer! So ask me any questions in the comments below if you have them, and I will see you guys in the next video.